Want to share a quite simple but very powerful tool for getting to the root cause of a problem. It is called Five Whys, and it is actually come from a company called Toyota, who obviously make cars, and it's a kind of lean manufacturing tool. They use it to teach their workers to diagnose a problem by asking the question why, on average 5 times. It might take 3 goes, it might take 10, but on average maybe five. So it works like this, and I put a simple example of, let's say, a commercial organization that's having an issue with their sales. Their sales is dropping. They want to understand why that is to see if they can fix it. So, first thing to do is to ask the question why first time. Um, and obviously, you'd say, well, why are our sales dropping? And you would come out with maybe 10 or 5 or 10 different reasons that you think that might be the case. But then you can say, well, which is it really? Which of those is it really is the problem that's actually causing it? And normally you can hone in on one particular kind of key thing. So in this case, we said, well, it's because our salespeople are struggling to sell. So you then ask the second why question and say, well, why don't our sales sell effectively? And you come out with similarly another list, and it could be that you say our salespeople haven't been trained properly. And then question three, why haven't our salespeople been trained properly? And it could be because we don't have the budget to invest in training. Why don't we have the budget to invest in training? Because we have low cash flow, poor cash flow. Why do we have poor cash flow? Because actually we have a poor cash collection process. So can you see that it goes on a kind of journey from we haven't got sales to actually a root cause that's nothing to do with sales? We could take our sales team in a room, beat them up a bit, but actually that won't get us anywhere because the real problem is we can't collect our money from our debtors. So we need to. And the interesting thing about Five Whys is very often the problem goes all the way around the organization and comes back to your desk. In other words, it comes back to something that you can do something about. That is a kind of blessing and a curse in a way. But it means you have agency over fixing it. It's in your gift to go and fix it. So actually, if we go and fix the cash collection process, guess what? We now have cash flow. We can create a budget. We can create a training budget, do some training for our salespeople. Lo and behold, the sales problem goes away. So Five Whys, it's often asking why was drummed out of us when we were 3 years old because it annoyed our parents. So it's permission to be three again. Why is a very invasive, powerful question that will actually get to the root cause of the problem. So I commend it to you. You just have to watch occasional loops. So sometimes you can say, why this? Because of that. And why that? It's because of this. And you can end up in a bit of a swirl. So um, it's a little bit more complicated than you think. You have to facilitate it well, but you're trying to steer it to a place, ideally, where you have a root cause that you can do something about. And then you can actually go and fix it. So I recommend getting a whiteboard out, good with a team, understanding the root cause of a problem, go and fix the root cause rather than chasing symptoms. Good luck with it.